Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Bounce Back Diaries, our next episode. And today I have a big honor to present to you two doctors and two very smart, intelligent, beautiful women at Islamic Finance. And they are the most influential women in Islamic finance in this region. And I present to you Dr. Farah and Dr. Areeba from TAQWA Invest. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Very good. Dr. Farah, a little bit about yourself.
I'm Farah Hashim. I come from India. I have done my thesis on general management and diversity management. I did my research particularly on factors that affect hiring of persons with disabilities. I have some experience working in finance department of a multinational and also with an Indian bank.
Very good. Dr. Areeba.
Assalamu alaikum. So I'm a doctorate in Islamic finance. I have 8+ years of experience working with Islamic fintechs and financial institutes. And I also come from Aligarh, and it's a very small town in India. And now we are running TAQWA Invest for the last 4 years now. 4+
Wow.
years, yeah.
All the way from India, from a small town, back to Dubai, conglomerate. I mean, this huge multinational hub of people, and now everyone looks in Dubai. They want to be here, right? So, but when you said TAQWA Invest, so how did it start?
So it's a very old story.
Yes.
It started in 2014 when I completed my MBA in finance, and I was working with a conventional bank.
What is conventional?
So basically not Islamic, and basically not dealing, dealing in interest.
Okay.
So there was an illiterate person who came to me, and I was the operations manager, and he said, what you're doing is not halal. And that's where I thought about this, because I'm a Muslim. I should be knowing it better than obviously the person sitting
Yeah.
in front of me. And then I called my university, and they said for the first time, an Indian university is launching a PhD in Islamic finance. And if you want to join it, you should start preparing it. And I left the job within like 15 days. And during my probation period itself, so I didn't have to serve the notice period also. So I just left it and I started preparing for my PhD. I got enrolled, and I was the first one who completed it in Islamic finance.
So your PhD in Islamic finance, and then now led to having an Islamic finance platform. Dr. Farah, how did you get involved here?
Well, she always had this idea. I mean, it's deep rooted in her that she wants to do something in Islamic finance. I think she had this entrepreneur inside her. She wanted to do it, but she never took the first step. One day we were just sitting and having coffee, nothing business. So she was talking about investments and stocks, and this much profit was made and this and that. I told her I took name of some stock that I wanted to invest in, and she told me, it's not halal. I was surprised because I don't have Islamic finance background, obviously. So in my idea, until then, only that something that is related with alcohol or interest was haram.
Yeah.
Rest, everything was halal. So
Yeah.
I didn't know that even buying stocks from banks that are conventional could be haram.
Wow.
So that is when we realized that if I don't know about it, a lot of people in our region are unaware of these things.
Yeah.
She said that I always wanted to do something in this area, in this sector. I said, why not? She said,
We don't have money to do it.
That's the first question comes like, okay, you don't have money. How do you start, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we just pitched in our own funds initially, and then obviously we raised.
So you believed in idea. So Dr. Farah, you believed in the idea. Dr. Areeba believed that there is a support. Can you say that most probably that meeting was the first milestone when you had this conversation? Dr.
yes,
Areeba,
yes,
Yeah,
we can. I
yeah.
think the idea was always there in her mind. I just gave it a push.
you just said do it.
Do it.
Okay.
She always pushes.
Okay. And then you put your own funds.
Yes.
May I ask how much? Just to the TAQWA Invest started in a
We're
coffee
not
shop.
answering that.
we don't even remember now.
But was it small or big?
It
It
was
was
enough.
big for us.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was enough for the basic license.
Yes, but
Okay.
it was only enough for the basic license.
Okay, wow. But that's how it started. Okay. That so Dr. Farah pushed a little bit in the sense that you just needed that support who someone who believes in what you
Yeah.
just explained, right? And obviously then it led to start getting things together, putting the pitch deck and trying out, right? So and the Taqwa, where the name comes from, what does it mean?
So I was having a discussion at my home with my mother because,
Curtsy to her.
yes. So actually, I'll tell you one thing. So we were watching a YC Combinator's video on
Okay.
how to pitch. And the first thing which we learned from it was you should pitch it to your mother first. And if she understands, that's it. Your business
Okay.
is good.
Wow.
So that's what
you
we did.
followed the
Yeah. Because
YC Caminete. Thank you very much. I know the owner of YC who founded YC before.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So I pitched it to her, and then she said, why not keep something similar to like Fear Allah? So I started Googling it. I checked whether DIFC has some company called as TAQWA or not. And there was no company called as TAQWA. So we were like,
S Taqwa. Okay.
yes. So we thought, like, let's do it then.
Taqwa.
And then I called her up. I said, let's start designing the logo.
It actually encircles the whole idea. You only believe in Islamic finance if you have that fear and the belief. Not
Yes.
just fear, the belief as well.
Yeah.
So taqwa actually encircles the thought.
Yeah, it just gives that understanding that okay,
Yeah.
by joining this, you put the name where fear to Allah. You took Allah as your partner.
Yes.
Exactly.
Inshallah. Okay. And what happened after? Name is there, logo is there. You got an approval from your mom because she understood it, right? So tick in the box. Next step.
And then COVID happened, sadly. And we got vaccinated that day when we were pitching to our very first investors.
investors.
And it was just an idea.
Was
just
it a physical meeting? Or was it
Online.
Online.
online?
Yeah.
So
And I was dizzy.
okay. So we already went online. You had your vaccine.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Corona. Okay.
And we were pitching it that day. And Alhamdulillah, within a week, those people who were sitting in that interview,
Okay.
they actually agreed on giving us funds.
Right away.
Yes.
Yeah, we are always very grateful to those people because
Yes.
at that time taqwa was only an idea. It was similar to what we discussed.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like, but
The
believing
coffee
in
shop.
friends is
Yes.
easier.
Yeah.
And for an investor to put his money in just an idea is obviously way
It
more
is
difficult.
100%. Especially when was this? Like it was
2021.
and it was Corona, right?
Yeah.
So people were trying to save money, not to
Yes.
put anywhere because
And we have never met them till then.
Yeah, we never,
never
met
met
them physically
them.
until then.
They were
We were
totally
in
strangers.
India, they were in here.
so it wasn't even a closed circle. When
No.
people say that you raise money from closed circle, so you went beyond the closed circle.
And no cameras on in the meeting, by the way.
No
That is
way.
also
No,
one
you're
thing.
joking.
We were just doing it without because we were all dizzy after the vaccine. So
As I was just sitting in the bed. Okay, this is what
Yeah.
we have. Okay, so was it the vaccine which helped you to
Yes.
open up? Okay,
I remember it was
at least one positive effect
Yeah,
out of Corona. Okay,
yeah. So we pitched the idea, and I think so within a week we signed the term sheets.
pitch deck. Was there a pitch deck? Was it WhatsApp? Was it a
It was
presentation?
a pitch
It
deck.
was a pitch
We
deck.
prepared
Okay,
one.
Yeah,
okay.
it was a pitch deck, and we pitched it, and alhamdulillah, we secured the first funding within
Secured the funds. Decided to start business in Dubai. And out of all the available free zones, Dubai has to offer mainlands and easier steps. You have decided to choose one of the most restricted and difficult, which is DIFC, Dubai International Financial Center. When you think about it, like, who does open a license in DIFC as a startup? But anyway,
So there were few people who actually influenced us.
yeah.
There were two reasons actually.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. One was hers entirely because she did her internship close around DIFC.
Actually, I came just after my PhD in 2019
Yes.
to search for
Yeah,
a job.
looking for a job. Sorry, not internship.
And I was giving interviews in DIFC itself.
Okay.
And I had this thing, I have to work here.
She always wanted to.
You
And
know what? Please. The first time I got into the DIFC, I didn't have an office, and I was walking around, and it smelled like money. And I was
yes,
like,
it
"Yeah,
smells like money.
just smells like money." And you think like, "Oh, one day I want to have an office here."
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, that's what.
same.
Okay, follow your dreams.
I
Okay,
think the other reason was because the trust that the name itself builds. Your license there, people already know they
due
have
deal
done
is
all the
done. Yeah,
scrutiny
yeah.
that is required.
Yes, true. And it is a smart move, to be honest. Even though people get scared away that, oh, the IFC, they have
Yeah.
different regulations, they are very strict, they are very supportive on the other hand.
Yeah.
If your business model has a clear vision, if you as a person know 100% you can pass the KYC, yes, you do it at the IFC.
Yeah, we are proud to be the
Yeah.
first Islamic fintech that is regulated there.
Okay,
Yes.
so guys, so TAQWA Invest is the first Islamic regulated by
Homegrown.
Say
DFSA
yes.
and
Homegrown.
homegrown,
Yeah.
grown from UAE,
Yes.
made in UAE.
Yes.
Yes,
And
this is
woman led.
and woman led. This is two other main components
Yes.
which made us to decide and invest into TAQWA. Okay, uh, s- but of course we are skipping the ways where you know you decided, the idea came, it went to a pitch deck, you secured the first seed round, then you came to Dubai, you got the license. So what do you think uh, could have been done differently or better, or what are the mistakes you faced on the way, Dr. Farah? What was you think was a step back?
I
Because
think we were very naive, one thing, because
okay,
we had no experience of business. Plus, we started entirely in a new country. So the business world here is very different. It's very advanced as well. So I think we could have done more and more research. It's never,
learn.
but yes, we did learn. We made, even for small things, for example, just pitch deck.
Yeah.
We started with an entirely different one, and then we learned. When we used to participate in other programs, we used to see other people's pitch deck, and we learned from them as well.
So the lesson from here, no matter at what stage your company is, and you have developed a pitch deck or a project presentation, go see what others are presenting.
Yes.
It is always good to add new things. And it's not like, oh, because sometimes I'm being scolded by the team, like, why are we changing always? I said, yeah, the team, I mean, the world is growing, the whole thing is developing. You can't just have backdated information. Okay, so you learned that you updated the presentation, the first pitch deck, and then again. So I believe till now it's pitch deck number what, 10?
We don't even know the
No, we
number
don't
now
know.
anymore.
I think so. The most important one was when we presented with the Standard Chartered Women in
Yes.
Tech.
Okay.
That was the point wherein we realized how to pitch and what to present.
Okay.
That was the
our bounce back as
yeah.
well.
Yeah?
Yes.
Please. So Standard Chartered, can you highlight more, elaborate on that?
So we won.
Fancy word, Standard Chartered. But what happened there?
So we won the Women in Tech award.
Women
50
in Tech Award
Yeah, $50,000.
by Standard Chartered.
Yes, $50,000 funding, equity free. So we won that.
Just
in-
money.
Yes.
Just
Means
money.
they don't want anything. They just give you a
It
bonus.
was a prize money.
It was a prize.
Nothing.
Wow.
So that was the point. Before that, actually, we were quite demotivated.
Why
I'll
is
tell you
that?
honestly, because
Please tell me.
Yeah,
This
because-
is the bounce back stories.
yes. So because before that, we were sitting in India. We couldn't travel that much because it was COVID,
Yeah.
and we didn't know we didn't have any idea about how to make this business live, and we were facing
We
issues.
had no connections as well
Yeah.
in UAE.
And then it was I think so the first time I landed in Dubai after getting the basic
Yes.
license.
Okay.
I landed in Dubai, and in fact I was coming back before this event only. But then these guys convinced me, no, stay back. Let's pitch over there and see how it goes.
Okay.
And I pitched it, and we won the award.
Wow.
We were the winners.
That made us realize that, okay, we have an idea that others believe in too.
And
There was a pause
like,
before that.
let's put it this way: Standard Chartered Bank.
Yeah, it's
It's
a
not
big name.
it's a big name, no? So
Yes.
someone with that big name believed in your
Yes.
project. And that time there was MVP or not yet?
Nothing was there.
Ah,
It was
no
just a
way.
pitch deck.
Wow, an
It
idea.
was just an idea, yeah. So that motivated us to, okay, no, now we are going to restart, work harder, do more research, learn more. Everything
How
came
did you spend
bouncing
the
back.
50,000? Sorry for asking.
So I think so mostly on the tech and the license,
Okay.
because these two things were very important for us.
You got the license, which is like viable, it's important, and technology.
Yes.
So you start building the platform.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. All right. So now you have a license. You are now deciding to do it in Dubai. DIFC. Okay. So going back to Islamic finance in general, was there on the way when people were saying the market is not that huge? Why Islamic finance? The margin shouldn't be big, right? Because the whole idea of Islamic finance, there is no riba. Let's elaborate what is riba, where you give money with profit, right?
Yes.
When you're lending money, like banks do. So, were there people telling you that don't get there?
I think so. There was a platform during COVID called as Clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
It
Yes.
was for podcasts, kind of podcasts,
Yeah.
sitting at home.
Yes.
That was the place which made us realize that there is a space for
There is a
us.
market.
Yes, there is a market. And we used to talk in various sessions over there. And, there are a handful of Islamic fintechs in the market.
Okay.
And yeah, we know each one of them. The
Yeah.
founders know us. We know those founders very
Yeah.
closely. And I think that's the reason why we thought that this is a very niche market and we can do it.
But what was your USP? What was still driving you? Okay, having an idea is one thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Great idea, market is there. Your concept was proven by Standard Chartered Bank by giving you an award. So what was there? The building the technology is one thing. So what did you put? Like why?
So
Yeah.
we put our research. I have 8 years of research on stocks, 49,627 stocks.
Okay,
Yes.
49,627 stocks.
It's one thing
Screened.
to have an idea, but for her, she knows her product in and out.
Okay.
Yes, because I'm more towards the finance, research, and the tech also.
Okay.
Because I love working on the tech. I'm a gadget freak.
Okay.
You can call it.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think so. That's where we thought probably we can do it.
Tell me more about research. What is it done? How is it done? Like, what is it? 49,600?
27.
27. So, can it reach to 50,000? I mean, what do you need?
No, so these are basically Sharia stocks around the
So
globe.
they are available.
Yes,
So,
these are Sharia screen stocks which are
Okay.
available in the market.
so you did a screening of
Yes.
all of it. So what does it mean? So means that, yeah.
Yeah, so actually there are two types of screening. We do the business screening and the financial screening.
Okay.
So with business screening, we check like how much money they are making from non-halal activities.
Yeah.
And then obviously we check how much is the interest revenue. How much is basically for financial screening, we check debt equity ratio because
Yeah.
that's very important. How much debt they have taken from conventional banks
Yeah.
or anything which is conventional.
Okay.
We have to check those things. And then only we decide whether the company is Sharia compliant or not.
Wow. You are also, can TAQWA in future be a verificator? You know, like a blue tick for Instagram? So you can
For stocks?
Yeah.
So based on your research, we can also have, if a company wants to do a screening,
Yes.
like a risk analysis, like you can have this halal screening. You upload the company details and that's verification for you. If that is another service you can implement.
So right now on our app, you can see the Sharia screen stocks also.
Okay, available.
You know,
Yes.
you were asking about the USP.
Yes.
So initially, even before TAQWA, when she was explaining to me, okay, this is halal, this is not, she was opening different apps. Okay, see, this stock is certified as halal, this is not.
Yes.
This is something that we realized that, okay, to check for a stock, whether it's halal or not, you need to open different apps. You need to invest on a separate app. This is what we wanted to implement on our platform.
One button.
Yeah.
You can just click on the stock and check why is it certified as halal? What standard is it
You
following?
can get a report
Yes,
sort of
yes.
thing.
Yeah.
Wow. But this is a completely, so having an opportunity to invest in halal, this is great. This is what brings users. But also having, I would like to know if this is halal, not halal. This is another opportunity, it's another market. Okay, we'll discuss that. Maybe we should talk about increasing shares. Anyway, so Islamic finance. And so your USP was to check and find a place where everyone interested in halal investments in Islamic finance find their place and they can place order and invest. This is more, we won't go deep into technologies and to make it more interesting. So when you decided that, okay, so now TAQWA deserve to be presented to public. So now it's working. So people should start using it. When was it?
Fintech Summit, I think.
Yeah,
Dubai Fintech Summit.
Yes.
Summit. We were
Okay.
there. We had a booth over there,
Yeah.
No way, really?
and
Yes.
we did our first beta test
Our
over
beta
there.
testing was done over there.
So we kept our devices over there. People came in, they started using the app. They checked the app. That's the place.
The one was at Madina Jumeirah.
Yes,
Yes.
Madina Jumeirah.
That's big. So you were part of Dubai Fintech Summit.
Yes.
Okay. And you had even a booth.
Yes.
And how come we didn't find you there? But it's okay. Okay. So, wow, what a story. I'm just thinking that if you take your journey starting COVID time, like normally when people say, COVID, everything is dead.
Yeah.
And you're coming up with ideas which still requires of facing people, meeting people, fundraising, relocating, setting up business in Dubai. So it's a huge journey. It's a huge step. And now when you look back, and you said that, of course, what was more important is to learn maybe more deeper research in terms of how business is done here. And this is an advice to everyone. Especially those who have their businesses up and running elsewhere, they shouldn't think that duplicating the same model in UAE will work, that the business will run the same way if it works elsewhere.
Yeah.
It's not completely.
Yeah.
Okay, so question goes to Dr. Farah. So when it's two intelligent, wise women having a team together, building a technology project, Islamic finance. So how do you guys, and how do you decide who does what, who is responsible for what, and
It wasn't actually difficult
okay,
because she obviously comes from a background that is the core of the business.
yeah,
She took care of that side. She is so interested in technology, even if it's not required, she'll be involved in it always. So that's those two things were always, her
Her,
part.
yeah.
And then rest of the operations were taken care by me.
Financing,
Yes.
talking to upload the KYCs and
Yeah.
contracting and all of it.
Yeah.
A
That's
lot
it.
of things that DFSA also allotted to us, make policies,
Oh, so
everything. There
you
was a
should-
lot.
Okay, even policies, creating
Yes.
policies, risk management. Okay, and so as you say, having two partners, it's important to highlight who does what, or it doesn't really matter, and you can do both the same. Because sometimes I meet 3 founders, 2 founders, 1 founder, and is that important to understand who does what, to separate at the beginning?
I think it is important, but it is also important to share. Whatever we are doing, we always make sure the other person knows.
Like attending podcasts
Yeah,
together.
we do we do discuss, even if it's something that I might not understand, very core Islamic finance thing. She explains it to me, and then we discuss over it. How should we take it forward? It's like it's not like a clear line between who's doing what.
Okay.
We do know our responsibilities, but yes, we do
And
discuss.
then she
Arguments.
explains me. the
Tell me
operation-
about arguments.
Oh, that's
No.
a good topic.
Yes,
Arguments.
arguments.
That's our
What do
favorite
you
topic.
guys argue
Oh.
about?
That's
How
a
do you
very good
handle
topic.
conflicts? Yes,
That's a very good topic.
yes,
actually.
please. I mean, bouncing back, all truth. Let's take it out. So,
We have interesting arguments.
okay,
We have long arguments. It's
Like-
not like we don't argue about
But I'm a good cop, by the way. I'm a nice person.
So she let
always
her say that.
Yes.
she always plays the good cop and she makes me the bad cop. I have to take care of, confronting people. Okay,
Yeah.
no, we're not going to do this. She always plays the good cop.
Okay. So, but are there conflicts
Yes,
between both?
certainly. There are conflicts. And then we both put our points that, okay, why should we do this and why should we not do this?
Okay.
And
Then
then I'm the
somehow,
good cop, no? I have to listen.
Aha. So you
that's the
listen to
story always.
argument. But someone should be there, right? So
Yeah.
you're more visionary. For those who, as I mentioned, I didn't mention to Dr. Farah. So I met Areeba, Dr. Areeba at one of our events.
Yeah.
And was private investor dinners. And Dr. Areeba came first. And I saw like it's a capital club place with alcohol and drinks,
Yeah.
and then I see Dr. Areeba, a woman comes in covered. I think like maybe she, I mean, by mistake, she came straight over. She stood at the table, and I was talking to someone. I'm calling to my guys. I like, guys, can you check? Maybe wrong place. And then I don't know who came. I think one of our girls came and spoke. And then again, I keep on passing by. I don't know how to come to the person because I feel bad. Like maybe wrong place, maybe wrong event. I don't know. So I don't feel comfortable to come over and ask. So passing by, passing by, and then I felt more shy because one of our girls, Ushna, she came and she said, "By the way, Dr. Areeba, she's here to meet with you." I said, "With me?" Oh, like wow! And I was like passing by, back and forth, without even saying hi. When she came to meet with me, I was like, "No way!" So I came over
Yeah.
in instant. So it's not that my team sometimes they tell me that, oh, Timur, you get excited very fast. I said, yeah, I do. And maybe that's what drives the whole thing behind Enlightened Minds. Yes, maybe I do mistakes in terms of choosing maybe. It doesn't matter. I believe in
Sixth
six
sense.
senses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the moment Dr. Areeba told me about Islamic finance, halal investments, and a week before, it was everywhere. And
Yeah.
like everywhere I look, it's halal.
Universe was giving you signs.
Exactly. Halal, Islamic, halal, Islamic. We have a common friend, Dr. Muhammad Al-Kaf. And I spoke to him before about hack blockchain, and he told me about halal certificates on blockchain. I was like, wow, it's just a huge market. And then it started. So the universe was telling me, what now TAQWA Invest has its company, a registration, office, it has its users, it has already a small revenue it's generating. Uh, how do you see TAQWA Invest developing? So what is your, I don't want to ask what is your 5-year plan or 10 years plan. What do you think is the most significant milestones you want to achieve?
So I think so this question was asked to me like a month back by
Okay.
somebody. And he said, how do you see it? So I was taking like the names of international companies, like multi-billion dollar companies, but he said, no, take a local name.
Yeah.
I said, I want this to be the Kareem of Islamic finance.
Okay.
Everything there on one platform.
Yeah.
One-stop platform for Islamic finance.
Wow. Okay. It's great. I mean, Kareem is a great comparison, and I do know companies similar to, I mean, as an ecosystem, right? So in Kazakhstan, there is Kaspi Bank. So they have, it's a bank which has now everything: payment gateway, delivery, groceries, payment of utilities, everything is there. In Russia, we have Sber. It started as Sberbank, and now it's and a majority of banks. So here we have Kareem, which is true that now through Kareem you can send money, you can receive money, you can
Exactly.
deliver, and you want TAQWA be that platform which includes everything: verification of stock, investing into stocks, buying and selling, sending money, as well.
Yes.
It's just about investments. We want to make it more big.
Yeah.
Inshallah, yeah.
So it shouldn't be TAQWA Invest. Soon it will be
yeah.
just TAQWA.ae.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, inshallah.
And then we'll have investments, we'll have payments, solutions.
Everything.
Wow. Even blockchain, I
Yes.
believe them.
Yes.
Definitely. That's the next step,
So
inshallah.
what are the regulators, the DIFC, what are they saying about blockchain?
So recently they have announced a new regulations regarding crypto tokens. So we are in talks currently about having USDT and all of these options available.
Okay.
So hopefully, inshallah, soon we'll be able to talk about that.
Okay. So government itself is moving towards
Yes.
adopting the digital assets.
So they recently launched the Dharam coin also.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so soon, very soon. So we are on the right
Yeah.
move. Okay, as a summary to TAQWA and Islamic Finance, and basically as an advice to entrepreneurs who are out there thinking of either starting their business or moving their business into UAE. A couple of advices from Dr. Farah and a couple of advices from Dr. Areeba.
For entrepreneurs, I read a quote somewhere that the wealth is not what you accumulate, it's actually what you contribute
Okay.
as well. And for people who are investing, who are into finances, I'd say that why just, make best here, make the best of both the worlds.
Agree. Wow, interesting. What about you, Dr. Areeba?
So I have heard people saying that don't have family or friends as your co-founders.
Okay.
I don't believe in that anymore.
Okay.
I have her. That's the proof. So
You have a friend who is a
yes.
co-founder.
So if you don't have a known person with you standing, then I don't think so. You both will be able to
Agree.
decide on the good thing for both.
Yeah.
So that's why I would request people that they should think, even if they want to have a friend or a family member with them in a business, they should.
Okay.
It's just that the trust should be there.
I also agree with you, and I agree with you that choosing the right partner, especially when you don't know who to put as a partner, look at the small circle you have around you. I think that yes, having your partner or friend as a family member or relative or just a friend is also a wise choice, and it's proven. I've seen more and more startups, and where it started by two friends, it started by two brothers, family members, because it keeps. It's not like you won't be able to solve the conflict, right? So, on my side, I would add that those who are out there and thinking of where to invest, where to look into as a possibilities, look into halal investments, Islamic finance, because that is huge and this market is growing. And it's at the same way where you do have profit and as well that you're giving back to society. And my last question, which I was asked yesterday by the person who is not Muslim, he asked me and I couldn't reply. And I said, I promise to you, I will ask this question from two influential women. So he asked like that. He said, so the difference between, the smallest difference between Islamic Sharia-compliant finance and Islamic finance and non-Islamic finance, like conventional, as we said. So in the bank, if I come and I take loan, and when I'm paying back with the interest, right? So this is how banks make money, and this is not halal. This is not Islamic, right? So in Islamic finance, are there loans from bank, and is there an interest, or what do they do? How do they make money if they don't?
Yes,
Have
they
an
do.
expert.
Okay.
Yes, they do have it, but the system is different in
Okay.
Islamic. It's called as profit rate, number one.
Profit rate.
Yes, not interest rate. It's
Okay.
profit rate. And what happens is if suppose somebody fails to give back the loan,
Yeah.
the bank owns the property or that thing and they can then sell it off
Okay.
and get the money back.
Okay. So when I take loan from Islamic bank, I need to either put guarantee or I take it for a business, right?
Yeah.
where I will be paying a profit because I took money for business.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the conventional banking, I take loan. They don't really ask why I need loan. I
Yeah.
just proof of fund,
Yes.
and then I pay in interest.
Yes.
In Islamic bank, I only pay a profit, interest on the profit.
Yes.
Okay. So because I'm making
So
business,
a lot of people have this
Yeah.
confusion.
Yes.
They say it's the same thing.
yeah,
Everybody says that. I know. I've heard this question. So if you see the savings accounts and
Yeah.
you get interest rate, and
Yeah.
over here you get profit rate, the difference is the bank invests into Sharia compliant stocks or Sharia compliant companies.
yes,
In conventional bank, they don't care. They
Okay.
just invest.
yes.
And whatever you're getting, it's not halal.
Okay, interesting. So now is the big difference.
Yeah.
So taking a profit share means that becoming a partner with the bank.
Yes.
Okay, so when you take money from the bank, you basically take it from the partner, like from an
Yes.
investor. You invest in the business and you pay back the profit share.
Exactly.
Okay, interesting. That's it. I hope we answered all the questions. And as I said, back to those who are starting their businesses, don't hesitate, follow your ideas. And if you fail, do it again. Change
Bounce
it.
back.
Bounce back.
And we come from a small town, by the way. We
Yes.
forgot to mention we come from a small
Please.
town, and now we are in Dubai. So
Yeah.
that itself is a very big thing for us, definitely.
It isn't it?
Alhamdulillah.
It's always a better experience when you bounce back. You need to face those failures and you need to learn from them.
It's important. You have to bounce back. You shouldn't say, okay, they know. Because so many times I believe whenever you failed, you could just go back and take a job and carry on with your
Yeah,
career,
exactly.
right? But you still decided that no, this business should be there. Plus, it's helping others to invest and be in finance world.
Exactly.
All right, that's it. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
We are done.